talk about those first interactions, your interactions as a whole with Steve Spurrier, and your impressions from playing for your Hall of Fame head coach.
Man, I had an English teacher over here named Miss Pavlisco. And Miss Pav, she was a die-hard Spurrier fan. You feel me? She was with him when he was with Florida and everything. Like, she was a Spurrier fan. And it's very, I don't know too many people that are fans of, like, just the coach. Like, you travel with, I've seen people travel with players. Like, wherever that player go, they follow them. But I've never seen someone travel with a coach. And she was, when she found out I had an offer from Carolina, man, she was down like throat, like, oh, Spurrier, you don't know who he is? I told you I wasn't a big, college football guy. But she was like, Spurrier, he's this and that. And she took me to Columbia to, my official visit and everything. And but before that, Spurrier actually came down to North Charleston, South Carolina, down here in Remount Road. And he came down to my mom's house on Dobson Street, and he sat in the living room, him and Junior, and we talked about my future at Carolina. And, he has this way about him to where you don't understand him. You're not going to like him, I guess. And a lot of people like that, as we already know, but he had high expectations of me. And I didn't realize that until I was gone. I saw him joking, I saw him kid a good bit, but he was very business minded when it came to football. Like he was on point with it. He wanted his guys to be on point. And playing for him was an awesome experience. Yeah. But it was after the fact, man, when I realized what kind of guy he was and what he was doing with me. He knew my potential. I didn't know it back then. He knew it. So he held his thumb on me, man. I'm telling you, I'd make some damn good plays, and we'd be inside a meeting room the next day or whatnot, and I'm just sitting there waiting on him to say something about, yeah, look at that block, Jarriel, or something like that. Never, nothing. He'd probably say something like, yep, Jarriel, good job. Okay. And then he'd go on. I'm like,
but he'd be the first to cuss you when you messed up, though.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, hands down. Well, being an offensive lineman, period, that's what you look forward to. You look forward to doing all the work up front, and then the running backs get to celebrate, and everyone looking at them like, you're the best. And they don't look at us like, dang. I didn't just move a 350-pound guy 20 yards down the line. I didn't do that at all.
You're the unsung heroes, man. You only get recognized when you mess up.
Yeah. And, oh, well.
Yeah.
You can't be sensitive playing line, man.
Yeah, you got to have the right personality. I go backtracking a little bit because, like you said, you mentioned this. You were highly recruited as a defensive lineman. You started out defensive line. Of course, right now you coach both offensive and defensive line. Was that a tough transition for you? I mean, did you care? Or was it just a thing where you're like, I just want to help the team and be on the field? Or did you want to play O-line? I mean, what?
That's actually what it was. That's actually what it was. I want to be on the field and help the team. Right. I look back now after my career, and it's like, I wish I did play defensive line, because I'm naturally a defensive lineman. I made it to the NFL playing offensive line. How much further would I have made it me be playing defensive line, because I'm better at that? But, the story about that, Spurrier asked me when I was at Georgia Military College on the phone. He said, hey, have you ever played offensive line? And I'm like, no. So he's like, yeah, I want to try you at offensive line. So when I came to Carolina, I never played a snap at D-line. Not one snap, dude, at D-line. I played, he started me off that first day. I went up against Cliff Matthews and Cliff Gathers. Who else was it? Jasper and Casper, Norwood, those guys. And it was rough at first, because my very first play at Carolina, I was on my ass, and nobody even had touched me. I'm coming from a JUCO now, and I got Eric Norwood lined up over here at linebacker. I got Jasper and Casper Brinkley. I got Jasper on the line, Casper over there, the other linebacker, and they run a stunt. So Norwood crosses my face over here. Jasper is blitzing this way. I'm trying to follow Norwood here, and then I see this guy coming. I'm trying to pick him up. So next thing you know, I'm falling back on my behind, man. No one touched me at all, and I'm on my ass.
A humbling experience, for sure.
Very humbling experience. But I picked it up pretty well, though. That's the problem. After that, I started doing a little too damn good, and then he ended up leaving me at left tackle, and that was that.